Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's away we go then. Well, Giuseppe Bergomi really is a culture player, is he not, Jim? With a little bit of menace in the mix too.
Yeah, we all know him as a right-back, Peter, of course, but he has the flexibility, versatility, the confidence and the composure to play centrally too. He's even been known to play as a sweeper at times. No one did zonal marking better than this.
It's a mighty effort! Goal! Sporting! And the game springs instantly to life.
The perfect show of intent, great purpose, great industry and great confidence.
Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Well, when you get service like that into the box, you can't go wrong.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Now it's Batistuta.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
A probing pass. Good read, needed to be.
This is the time you need that pace.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And that's the end of that, it all started well enough. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. Oh, that's a key interception. That's a lovely, neat pass. He's on it, can he get away? Van Dijk does really well to win the ball there. Tries to play it through. Quality ball. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And that's put paid to a promising move. Batistuta, Bale. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Xavi Alonso, played into space. Tries to get it clear.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Oh, smashing header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Sporting have their second corner now. Mbappe! Another big chance that gets away.
Sporting really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
And that's been won straight back.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Batistuta.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And here's Mbappe. Bellingham.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Xavi Alonso. Now it's Batistuta. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And we've reached half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Sporting head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead.
Substitution on the field, number 18, Batistuta, number 11.
And the action is back on the way.
Number 22,
Sporting carrying a one-goal lead.
number 21.
And this is Forlan.
Substitutions
Oh,
taking
some
place.
tackle that. Van Nistelrooy is onto it in a flash. Some good work on the right flank here. Up towards the front line. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Knocks it into space. No way through there. That's a sharp pass. Oh, no joy this time. He has found the way through. And he's cut it out. That's a throw. Hit into the middle. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Taken back almost at once. And he can clear it away. Works it forward. Oh, this looks sharp. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Scholes. Mbappe. And the finish! He scores! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Well, this is a well-rehearsed drill. As soon as possession is regained, the commitment to attack is lethal.
Sporting are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That for me.
And a chance! Big chance! Mbappe is flagged offside. And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Hello attendees, this is a lost children's announcement with the father of a boy in a yellow t-shirt.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Barcelona.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here. The great Samuel Eto'o, Jim. One of Africa's all-time greats.
Easily amongst the best ever, Peter. Powerful, prolific, pure class. There wasn't a defender in Europe who didn't fear this guy.
Chance here to counter. And he's been shifted off it. Now it's Mbappe. Rijkaard. Sporting finding their passes. Cleared without complication. What a throw in. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's got a chance, surely! He can get that clear. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lahm delivers. Beckenbauer can get it clear. That'll be a throw. Xabi Alonso going full steam ahead down the left flank. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nicely weighted ball. He's through here. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Guardiola. Oh, there's a probing ball. Still goalless. And here's Mbappe. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He can run onto that. Big chance! Goal! Barcelona! There is the breakthrough. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Out again for a throw-in. And that's definitely not his best. Rijkaard. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Guardiola wins the duel this time.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Beckenbauer. Guardiola. Neymar. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Batistuta. And it's Xabi Alonso. Great ball if he can get there. Now it's Mbappe. And this is Scholes. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Scholes. Mbappe is onto this. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And we've reached half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Substitution for Sporting, number 7, Batistuta.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Sporting really need to...
Big header! It's a goal! Two up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. Barcelona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Sporting come out this half somewhat altered.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Looking for options for movement. Yamal gets into a good position. It's a mighty effort! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Scholes. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Sporting do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Lahm makes the interception. Scholes.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Costa Curta gets over and intercepts. That pass has been well intercepted. And here's Mbappe. Rummenigge, expertly cut out, really nicely done. Danger averted for now. Now it's Batistuta. And they're back on the ball again. Costa Curta. He's got away. And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Sporting really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now it's Mbappe. Rummenigge. And that is that. Sporting perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall disappointment.
Hello, attendees.
So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Announcement.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, we're on the way. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
No, that's been intercepted.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costacurta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them, and his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back,
Sweeper, defensive midfield player.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball being almost as important as what he did at the back.
Beckenbauer wins the duel this time. Cafu. Oh, that's well spotted. And the pass is intercepted. Thuram gets it clear. Van de Ven. And here's Batistuta. Threads one in.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Tries to pass it through, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Xavi Alonso. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Son Heung-min. And he's managed to get rid. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Some good work on the right flank here. Cafu plays it in. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Xavi Alonso. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And it's Batistuta. And the whistle goes for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
Just a quick
How would you review the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0.
Substitution.
Here we go again. So neither side has yet broken through.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Sporting do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Yaya Toure. Ambitious ball here. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Nicely shaped ball. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Played into space. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Schmeichel with the clearance. And here's Son Heung-min.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Son Heung. He's gone for goal! And that's caused a worry or two.
Son Heung-min usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can, though.
He's shifting through the gears here. And the finish! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And he's quick to get it clear again. Opts to play it back. Tries a shot! Sticks it away! Finally the breakthrough!
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
Simplicity itself.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Substitution on the field, number 19.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Sporting have broken through, it's 1-0.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
And it's been played through. He's having a shot! It's in! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Mbappe really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Sporting are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Now it's Rice. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Rice. That is a brilliant interception. Yaya Toure. So that's it. It is all over. Sporting can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results-driven as they went about their business in an efficient manner.
A quick reminder today.
Rummenigge voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim? Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Now there's a player with a silky pass and a steely tackle.
Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, a midfielder renowned for his tremendous array of passes, while offering his defence a solid shielding presence too.
Players don't come a whole lot better in his position, do they?
Not really, and not many can boast the same quality of performance either, Peter.
Well read, nice interception. Knocks it out wide. Now, can they get him away? Long ball looking to counter. Pavlovic. And it's Bellingham. Can he get on the end of this? Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
India clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Messi. And he's cut it out. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Batistuta. And this is Batistuta. Takes a shot! Goal! Sporting! The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Yeah, I had a feeling we were going to see something like this, Peter. They're always looking to lure and lunge at you and hit you on the break. And it's very nicely done.
A 1-0 lead established.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Which player, brother? Which player you suggest me?
Alonso. Sporting finding their passes. Looking tidy in possession here. And he's quick to get it clear again. Sporting are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Looking for options for movement. Strolls with the cross. Khan claims it without any fuss. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Bellingham. Sporting do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
That's a tried and tested formula, okay, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Knocks it into space. And the finish! Ricky Puig gets good distance on it. And the keeper's got it again. Referee's given a throw.
Which player are you talking about, brother?
Some resolute defending there. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. Some first half thoughts?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Sporting leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break.
কেন আমাকে বলার কি দরকার?
And we're off again. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Cafu. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Mbappe. Back into the middle. No, it's come to nothing. And they're not going to make any further progress now. It's a really well-measured ball. Bellingham. He's had a shot! They want to be quick to... Oh, it's fallen loose again! A real chance and a real let-off.
Mbappe clearly knew where that was falling. He'll be disappointed he didn't put it away.
Substitution for Sporting, number 23.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Number 10, Mbappe. Coming on the field.
Your impressions so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend this.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Out towards the flank. Costa Curta. Now it's Villa. Engages and forces him off the ball. Sporting, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Now it's Villa. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
David Villa. Chance, surely! Oh, here we go. And he's there to belt it away. Oh, and that should have been two.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
Substitution for Sporting, number 14.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Number 5,
Ricky Puig can get it clear. Xabi Alonso. David Villa! And that would have won it. Sporting still ahead by the game's only goal. Sporting have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. No luck with that dink over the top.
India really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Now it's Rice. Khan claims comfortably. Puyol.
2 added minutes has been
Here's Ricky
indicated.
Puig. 2 minutes to be added on. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Sporting have done it. There's... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, I think you're going to have to go a very long way to find a better all-round midfielder than Fede Valverde. He's got the engine to do all the covering, but he's a lot more than that. He's got the strength, the tackling ability, good composure on the ball and balance in his game. So you'd really struggle to find any weakness.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Mbappe is flagged offside. Can he get it through? And this is Scholes. Scholes with the cross. Defending of the desperate variety. And that's been won straight back. Good ball, good take. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And he's in on goal. Oh, there's a probing ball.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Goes for a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And it's Scholes. Plays a sharp little ball here. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Batistuta. Cafu. Nicely weighted ball. Cafu showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Picked out chance for a shot! It's in! Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
Can he get on the end of this? And he cuts out the supply. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Scholes. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Sporting clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
There will be one
Into stoppage
minute
time,
added
whistle due any moment. Tries a shot! It's in! Sporting are all square. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, look at the...
And there is the half-time whistle. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Sporting will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
Sporting are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. And this is Bebeto. This looks promising.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Nicked it back promptly. Valverde. Neymar. And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Nicely shaped ball. Valverde kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And the pass is intercepted. Sporting still have the cards to affect this game. Threads one in. He's in and he shoots! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Great vision. Oh, well played, well played. Xavi Alonso. Looking for a runner. Looking for a corner.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Into the last quarter of an hour. Oh, that's well spotted.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Bebeto unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Good read, needed to be. Nicely aimed pass. Knocks it into space. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Looking tidy in possession here. Rummenigge, and the shot! Oh, yes, it's there! Late in the day, this could well be it!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Sporting complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oh, what has happened here? And the finish! They've scored! And this is getting better and better. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we're underway.
Frank Rijkaard can really make his presence felt. A superb defender who became an iconic midfield anchorman.
And what's more, a remarkably good strike rate, actually.
Very true, just another level of his expertise, Peter, but his reading of the game, for me, is masterful.
Can he get on the end of this? Well, that's been cut out, well played. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he? Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Pass somewhat off target. Cafu. Platini. Now it's Osimhen. Played out to the left flank.
Rijkaard. Rijkaard.
Quarter of an hour played. Scholes. Nicely weighted ball. It's out for a goal kick. Looking to play him in. And he's there to get it away. They're back in possession and ready to go again.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Ambitious ball here. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Cafu. Played into the box. And he's managed to get rid. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Osimhen. That is a great pick out. And that is a little undercooked. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Passing nice and neat. That's a lovely, neat pass. Sporting have reclaimed it. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. There's the start of the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy.
Platini! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Baresi. Sporting do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I'm assuming...
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Cafu.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Now it's Mbappe. Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Just about up to the hour now.
Rijkaard.
Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a
chance! No mistake! And that is the goal we've all been yearning for. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
So we have the first goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Rijkaard.
Now it's Platini. Owen.
Milan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Tries to pass it through. That's a delicate pass. And the finish! In he goes again. Well, that is rather wayward.
Milan really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
And it's Owen. No, he's just misjudged that one. Check clears. And they're quick to get it back. And back to the keeper. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Can he get it through?
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Alonso. A temporary retreat here.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
That's that, the end. Sporting have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Mbappe taking in the accolades, having been named... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're up and running. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, this guy, Jeremy Doku, is the kind of player I'd rather not have come up against, Peter, because he's got real tenacity, he's strong, he's quick, and he can go either side. And as a fullback, that just makes you keep.
Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Sporting have themselves a chance from the spot. The major moment in the game. And he's buried it, 1-0. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Yeah, as decisive as it comes. Spot chosen, spot hit.
Chile finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Doué. Looking for options for movement. Oh, well measured. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And he's been shifted off it. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now he's off and running. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. And here's Mbappe. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Deftly away. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Ball's gone out of play. Quality ball. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Scholes. And it's McTominay. 30 minutes gone. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. This looks promising. Chance! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's been caught napping, and it's made its way to him.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Scholes. Nice sequence of passes, this. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Short changes him with that pass. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
It's just been exhilarating, Peter, and leaving everyone wishing for a little bit more, but you'll have one manager now trying to exercise more control, so we can only hope that they go at it again in similar fashion.
Sporting are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. So we're just settling back into this second half. Sporting carrying a one-goal lead. Rummenigge. And the keeper takes decisive action. Nicked it back promptly. Mbappe. Rijkaard is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Chance here to counter. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Park Ji-sung. Now it's Mbappe. Nicely shaped ball. And that has been cut short. That's really well cleared. Sporting have reclaimed it. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
And a chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Chiellini.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, they've got it again. Now it's Mbappe. Sporting are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Shoots! No mistake! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Sporting are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Rijkaard. Rummenigge. Now that looks a decent ball.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That is a brilliant interception. Beckham. And that's it. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had all the right answers. Rummenigge, voted man of the match and deservedly so.
Staff room immediately.